use your vehicle for a bullhorn and that.
Yep, no
but,
worries.
but I'm going to try this.
Yep.
I don't know how much you're going to take the toll out of me, but I'm going to try it. Guys, I like first of all to thank every single one of you that's here this morning, and the people that's on the water, and the people that sent the emails, and the support. And I'm telling you, it started with one. It started with one, but it grew into many. But it had to be done. It had to be done. And I can tell you right now, the 11 days of suffering that I done in that tent is certainly proved to put Newfoundland and Labrador back on the map as a fishery and as a province, and out of anything in Canada, the world. We put it back on the map, and it's with help from each and every one of you that's on this hill today supporting me, and that made the phone calls and is on the water. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you.
Over the past 11 days, I've heard from so many fishermen. So many fishermen with their backs through the wall. So many that they're going to lose their houses. They can't feed their families anymore. So many of them. And I tell you, I'm fighting for them so they don't have to ever worry about that again in this fishery. Because it's so important to Newfoundland and Labrador. It's culture, your tradition. It's important to Newfoundland and Labrador in general. And we need to keep this fishery in the forefront right now, and never, and I'll repeat it right now, as long as there's breath in my body, this fishery will never get back to a point of where it's to right now, where people is wondering how to feed their children and going to lose their houses. That not on my watch.
Hey.
And it has been a peaceful demonstration. As I said right from the start, is that I wanted to do a hunger strike because it's non-violent, non-confrontational, and I can tell you, we may not have got exactly what we wanted from the government as the Minister of Fisheries in Ottawa, but I tell you, we got far more. Last night I've had calls of support from unions, organizations here in the province, and other big supporters in the province. And I can tell you guys, that's huge. This have opened everybody's eyes to the fishery. That's what this place was built on, was fish. That's why we came here 500 years ago. And that's why we came here, is for fish. And we finally brought that back in the forefront. I'm not saying we can't have oil. I'm not saying we can't have any other natural resources. But boys, why can't we have them all? Why can't we have them all? When one falters and falls, the other takes over. We need them all. That's what we need. And we need our government. We need our government, not only local, we need our government in Ottawa to respect our MPs. We're only 7. We're only 7 in the House of Commons. Only 7 members. But that should never diminish how important Newfoundland and Labrador is to Canada. It should never, boys, never diminish that. So again, I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank everybody for coming here and showing support, but it had to start from one. One of the most inspirating stories is this lady here. She's from Change Islands. Her 2 boys. Her grandfather built them a pond to come out in the summers and roll around in the harbour, like many of us have done out in outport communities for hundreds of years have done. If our way of life goes, that goes. And I can tell you, I'm not prepared to let the fishery go that some future generation Google it. Or like the old feller says, goggle it. I'm not prepared for to let it go out of the limelight right now. And I know there's some frustrated fishermen here. The RNC has some concerns that, you know, there may be some violence and everything here today and everything. But I would certainly ask, and I don't condone any violence in that. I know everybody is so frustrated, but have no mistake, we went ahead in this fishery, leaps and bounds in the last 11 days. But I will still ask everybody, if you felt strong enough to come in here today, don't walk away from this hill and just put it in the back burner, or like our cod traps one time, we all stored them in the back of the store and they're almost forgotten. I ask you, don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. Be proud. Hold your head high to be a fisherman. And we'll bring this fishery back again. I'm not saying we can't fix it right away, but I can tell you we can stop the downward slope to start to rise again to a people that's proud and a people that's respected in all Canada.